Play Captain Beverly Bass, who was the first female captain for American Airlines. She was flying from Paris to Dallas on 9/11 and was grounded in Gander. Come From Away is actually a 9/12 musical. We are kind of hesitant to call it a 9/11 musical because it's not about the horrific events of 9/11, but rather the beautiful love and compassion that this town of Gander had the day after 9/11. So we're calling it a 9/12 musical. It's a true story about a small town called Gander off the coast of Newfoundland. And they have a huge airport, and on 9/11, when they drained the sky, when they cleared the American airspace, 38 planes from all over the world were diverted to this one tiny town, and it's about how these beautiful Newfoundlanders opened up their homes and hearts to nearly 7,000 people.
I play Janice Mosher, and she's a reporter, first day on the job, and it's quite a day to be on your first day, and so she's kind of has the task of trying to keep everything in order, telling what people need at what places. I play a flight attendant at the time who was going through a very fearful time in her life, seeing her colleagues hurt or in danger or not in danger, but it was just an intense time, so I represent that. I represent a young girl in Gander, and so that's about it. I was in Seattle doing a show. I was living in New York at the time, and was doing a little night music, and with the time difference, it was such a bizarre experience because it happened, and I'm just kind of waking up. It was a very fearful time, a lot of friends, and people I was worried about, and actually went back to the city a couple weeks later, and it was still a very much of a you could still smell the smells and everything. It was crazy, but so yeah, I was on the other side of the country when the planes hit. They are the coolest people ever. I just instantly bonded with them. They're just a hoot. They're fun and good people, and we connected right away, and we're buddies and already emailing and texting and can't wait for New York and all those kind of things. But it was such an amazing experience to be on their turf and to see them so proud of their town and of their people, and that was a blast.
Actually being in Gander was totally a surreal and beautiful experience. We knew that they would be excited to have us, but we were not prepared for the love that those Newfoundlanders gave to us. And it wasn't just the cheering or the laughing and the crying during the show. It was them opening their homes to us when we arrived, and sharing their stories with us and looking each one of us in the eye and saying how proud they are of what we're doing and how we're representing them well. That was the main focus and our goal, of course, and they definitely said that we're doing them proud, so that felt amazing.
It's been fascinating. When we started out on the West Coast, and one of the comments that sticks in the back of my mind was during a talkback, and one of the people said, "I want to thank you for telling our story," because everybody thinks that it's just about New York or just about Washington, D.C., but it was a painful experience for people all over the world and all over the country. What this story says about that day is that there were a few villains, and there were thousands and thousands, maybe millions, of heroes that day that did wonderful things for other people, that took care of other people, that showed love and compassion for other people, people who were complete strangers. They took them in and they took care of them. That's a story that we don't hear enough of.
Audiences have to come see Come From Away because we need love, compassion, and kindness more than ever right now. And it's a beautiful reminder that those things are still very vibrant and very accessible to all of us. It's right here in your own heart, and Come From Away helps open that very fact up.
I think people need to see Come From Away to connect with the human spirit and to know that kindness wins, and not trying to be lofty about it, but it's so simple to have a better day or a better life, of just be kind and to look people in the eyes and know that we're both equal. And I think it's just a celebration in that, because we all have it. We all have that ability, and I think it wakes it up. It wakes it back up in us after you see the show and hear the music. I think it's a healing evening of theater.
And the northeast tip of North America, on an island called Newfoundland, there's an airport, and next to it is a town called Gander. Tonight we honor what was lost, but we also commemorate what we found. We're here at the start of a moment on the edge of the world, where the river meets the sea. Here on the edge of the Atlantic, on an island in between. Trees, a kiss and a nod, and whatever's in between. To the ones who've left, you're never truly gone. A candle's in the window and the candle's always on. To the coves and the caves and the people from the plains. 5 days,
19 animals, and 7,000 strays.
when the sun is setting and it's darker than before. If you're hoping for a harbor, then you'll find an open door in the winter from the